Hey YouTube, Denise here from Dueling Bunnies, and if I sound a little down or sick, I'm not sick, jerks. I am not sick. I actually got into a minor car accident, and I'm in a lot of pain. I'm on a slew of medication. I got rear-ended. It wasn't my fault or anything like that, but I am in a lot of pain, so please forgive me if I sound down or whatever it is. I'm not sad, I'm not crying, and I'm not sick. I'm just tired from my medication. So as you all know, the March 1st ban list is out, and it's finally been confirmed for the TCG. So it is the same exact list that most people hate, including me. I don't really like this list. I mean, I'm new to the game. These are one of the first ban lists that I've been fully affected by because it completely killed my deck, which is okay. I mean, I wasn't pissed off that plans were completely killed. I mean, I was expecting it. But I feel like this ban list didn't address any of the key issues of the format, so that's just me. So you have to adjust with the format if you want to continue playing this game, and I've done just that. I'm going to be running Dino Rabbit. I'm missing 3 cards, and those cards will be in the description, so if you have those cards and you're willing to trade or sell them, please let me know, and I can work something out with you. I'm missing 1 Rescue Rabbit and 2 Jurrac Guibas, just those 3. Guiba, Jurrac Guiba, or Jurrac Guiba, however you say it. Just 2 of those and 1 Rescue Rabbit, and I have the deck built. So, that is that. So, until the meantime, I'm going to be running Dark World until I can get my Dino Rabbit deck built. I do have a Gravekeeper deck built just in case this deck sucks. Because I just built this deck like a week ago and I've been playtesting with it, so it's not perfect and it needs a lot of work. So if you have any suggestions, let me know. But we'll get started with our 3 Graphas. There's Grapha. 3 Grapha. Boss Monster. I have Triple Snow. This is a basic Dark World engine here. The Snow is the search engine of the deck, for those of you that are not formally aware with Dark World. Run Triple Brow. Where's my last brow? I have my cards all mixed up. I am sorry about that, guys. Here he is. Brow. So, Triple Brow. And then the one card that most people hate to see, but it's everywhere, is Triple Tour Guide of the Underworld. Tour Guide from the Underworld, sorry. This card is really not needed in Dark World decks, and I'm going to rephrase that. This card is not, again, not needed in Dark World. Don't let anyone tell you that your deck is not good. Your Dark World deck is not good because you don't run Tour Guide in it. It is perfectly fine without Tour Guide, guys. Perfectly fine without Tour Guide. The reason why I run it this particular build is because it is definitely a very live card. Tour Guide, in plants, you would always run into that problem that if you drew the Sangan first, your last Tour Guide or your 3rd Tour Guide is practically dead, because you could go Tour Guide, but then you have 1 Tour Guide that can't go anywhere because you already drew into a Sangan. So Tour Guide from the Underworld is definitely really good in Dark Worlds because it combos so well with Brow. Brow is a level 3 fiend, so you can go Tour Guide Brow, Tour Guide Brow, Tour Guide Brow, or you can go Tour Guide Brow, Tour Guide Tour Guide. You can go Tour Guide into a Sangan, Tour Guide into a Brow, and then the last Tour Guide into another Brow. I mean, it's just a lot that you can do. There's just so many ways that you can go about Tour Guide in this deck, and it always, also what I liked about it, it gets the deck a little bit more speed. Because, again, this is one of the few cards that doesn't really need a discard outlet to get going. You just summon it, and you get to summon another monster, and exceed summon into something. So, that's why I like Tour Guide in this deck a lot. It just gives the deck a little bit more speed. I run 1 Raven. I don't think you need 2. I think 1 is fine. I think at 2, the drawing capability of it is just not really that great. Sometimes you draw it when you really don't want to. So, I even draw it when I don't want to at 1. So, I think 1 is fine. Sangan, Obby, and a gold. You can run Silva. I mean, they're practically the same to me. Gold or Silva. And then I run 1 beige. And one of the tech cards that I just love from this new set for this deck is Trance Archfiend, and I'm going to run 3 of him. He acts as another discard outlet. Again, I am proxying 1. If you do have a Trance Archfiend, please PM me. I will put that card in the description below. It does come from the new set, Order of Chaos, so if you have this card, I really need 1. Just 1. I will pay it for you. I mean, whatever you want, I'll trade it for you. I just want a Trance Archfiend. So, this is a great card from the new set. If you don't know what it does, I will go ahead and show it to you. Just get this focused. It says, once per turn you can discard a 1 Fiend-type monster, and this card gains 500 attack until the end phase. When this card you control is destroyed and sent to the graveyard, you can target one of your banished dark monsters and add that target to hand. So you see Eugenics Birdman with the Archfiend, ugly looking thing, and that's it. So that's the Trance Archfiend. If you have this card, let me know. Now into spells. I run 3 Gates of the Dark World. It's a must-needed deck card in this deck, just like you need Necrovalley for Gravekeepers. Very important. It is another discard outlet. So in total, so far, I have 6 discard outlets. 3 in Trance Archfiend, and then 3 Gates. So that's 6 discard outlets so far. Then I go in ahead and I run 3 Drag Downs. Some people run 2. I run 3 in this deck because it acts as 3 Trap Dust Shoots. Keeping in mind, this is more towards like the March 1st ban list. Since Trap Dust Shoot is banned, this acts like a Trap Dust Shoot. It's like 3 Trap Dust Shoots. It's amazing. And the card that you pick goes to the graveyard. And I just like it. So it is another discard outlet in essence. So that is 9 discard outlets in total for the deck. 9 so far. I run 2 MSTs. I side the 3rd. And 1 heavy. So that's that. And then I run 1 card destruction, which is also needed in this deck. Another discard outlet. So that would be 10 discard outlets. 1 Monster Reborn, 1 Book of Moon, and 1 Dark Hole. So that's the spells. Pretty simple, explanatory. Traps. I run very little traps. I run 2 Skill Drain. Just shuts down a lot of the meta. You got 2 Fiendish Chains, which is another card people are using. It's amazing. I've been using this card for a while now. If you go to my old deck profiles, my old Gravekeeper deck profiles, I always mained this card. I loved it that much, and now it's being used like crazy, so I'm like, yay, plus, my card that I've been using since I started playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Is now worth freaking money. So, I'm happy. Fiendish Chain finally is being used as much as I used it. I run 2 Compulse, because of the skill drains. I don't use warnings in this deck. I don't run warnings in this deck. I guess I will side the warnings. I just like chainability in this format, so you can go ahead and I like chainability. It is a problem though. I could see this being a problem with like Dino Rabbit decks. I don't want them to. I would probably side in warnings if I was to run if I was to play a Dino Rabbit deck. I'll probably take out the compulsives for a warning. But that's siding. I just like chainability. So yeah. I'm just rambling on here. 1 Dark Smog, another discard outlet, so I believe that's 11. It's a great card. They go for BLS, you ask them what their targets are, and you banish one of those targets, discard a monster, and go off that way. Or if they go Pot of Avarice, you ask them what are their targets, you pick one of the targets, banish it, so that Pot of Avarice play is dead. I mean, there's just so much that you can do with this deck, so, or this card, sorry, Dark Smog, so I like it. It's really good. And I run 1 Judgment. So that's a 40 card deck in total. Let me know what you think about it in the comments. I will go ahead and show you my extra deck. I'm not going to show you my side because it's not complete yet. I will go ahead into what I will be running inside for this format. But I run 1 Chimera Tech, so obviously I'm going to be siding in Cyber Dragons. And the reason why I went with Chimera Tech and Cyber Dragons for the side deck is because of the whole Rabbit Dino decks. They summon like a 19 beater, vanilla beater, and things like that. It's like sometimes they're hard to get over. You know that it's not easy. Or the Thunder King, wind ups. They go with the Zen mains. You can go and just kamikaze into a Zen main with Cyber Dragon. So I went ahead and really just thought about it deeply. Windups being machines and like the Zen mains being a machine, Chimera Tech just works really well. So that's why I'll be running him. I run one Zen mains for obvious reasons. It's a really good card. Also, when I see myself like not drawing a discard outlet, I just go Tour Guide, Brow, Zen main, and I get to stall for a little bit because sometimes they're hesitant to want to destroy this guy because of its pop effect on the end phase. So just kind of stalls a little bit until I can go ahead and draw my discard outlet. I run 2 Leviathans. Again, sometimes you just are not drawing that discard outlet, so you're relying on that Tour Guide to maintain some field presence and bring out a beat stick to do some damage. So I go Tour Guide, Brow, Leviathan. Simple as that. 2 Leviers. The reason why I'm running 2 would be because you banish so much with this deck with the Gates of Dark World. So sometimes you have this graph on your grave, but you don't have like a normal Dark World monster in your hand that you can summon. So the thing would be, you would go, if you have a Tour Guide, you can go Tour Guide Brow. I mean, not Tour Guide Brow. Wow, how retarded. You can go, let's say like you, for example, wrong. Forgive me. Let's say you have your 3 brows banished, right? Because of whatever reason. You have 3 brows banished from the Gates effect. So you go Tour Guide Sangan or Tour Guide, which has happened many games for me, and you go into a Levier. You can banish, or detach, sorry, and bring back one of your banished guys. Bring that banished guy to hand and summon Grapha. Then you can activate Gates effect, pitch the one that you brought to hand, and do whatever it does. So, I mean, that's why I like Levier in this deck. It's just really good. I go through my brows like crazy. Whether I pitch them for Gates effect or I banish them using Gates effect, my brows are very much abused. So I go into Levier a lot to bring them into the field and summon my Grapha and stuff like that. 2 Utopias. Really easy to summon in this deck, actually. With 2 Trance Archfiends, also with Fabled Raven. Let's say you don't want a special summon with, or synchro summon, sorry, with Fabled Raven. You can just bring up its level 2 just by detaching 2, or discarding 2 monsters. It comes up to a level 4, and exceed with like a Trance Archfiend or a Beige, or whatever you have. 1 Steelstorm Roach. I don't know why this is in here. I guess it's good in certain occasions. Sometimes this card is good. It's not great, but it's good. So I just keep it in. I run 1 Catastor, just a staple. Oops, just a staple synchro. I run 1 Bryonic. Again, just staple synchro. 1 Black Rose, just to blow up the field if I'm in a pinch. And I run 1 Stardust Dragon for those plays that you want to annoy your opponent. This is a good card. 1 Scrap Dragon. I like blowing shit up, so Scrap Dragon. And since Trishula would be banned, again, everybody's going to be running this dude, and then this dude gets banned. So then we have no level 9s. Isn't that wonderful? Anyways, Miss Worm, your poor man's Trishula, is what people call it. But I like this card. You just return cards to hand and go game. So that's the deck so far. I know it probably has a lot of flaws. Most of you are like, oh my god, no warnings? Are you crazy? Just let me know what you guys think about the deck in the comments. Be nice. It's in beta testing, so if you have any suggestions, let me know. If you're a Dark World player and you have any better ideas, let me know. So that's the deck, guys. Thank you for watching. Again, if you have Rabbit, Rescue Rabbit, 2 Jurrac Guibas, and a Trance Archfiend, I will be looking for those. So thank you. I'm going to go to sleep. Ow. So, yeah. Send me some nice comments about getting better. Bye.